You probably notice coaches and online experts posting short clips everywhere, but most of them have terrible editing, low energy, no captions, and zero hook. Yet these same coaches are desperate to stand out on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts because that's where their clients actually hang out. That's exactly why starting a short-form video editing business specifically for coaches is a surprisingly practical opportunity right now. Coaches are willing to pay well because they don't have time to edit, and the demand for consistent scroll-stopping content is only growing as platforms push short video. You don't need expensive gear or years of experience, just a decent computer, a free or low-cost editing tool like CapCut or DaVinci Resolve, and the willingness to learn the specific patterns that keep viewers watching. But here's the catch most beginners miss. Coaches don't just want flashy edits, they want edits that actually convert viewers into leads, and understanding that difference is what separates a usable service from a waste of time. In this video, I'll walk you through exactly how this business works, what tools you need, how to price your services, and the biggest mistake that causes editors to burn out or lose clients fast. So let's start with the first big question. Why are coaches such a perfect niche for a video editing side hustle right now? Today I want to walk you through exactly what it means to start a short-form video editing business specifically for coaches. This matters because a lot of people think video editing is just about trimming clips, but there's a real demand for skilled editors who can help coaches grow their audience. In simple terms, you take raw footage from a coach, maybe a podcast episode, a Q&A, or a talking head video, and you turn it into polished clips for platforms like TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts. You make money by charging a monthly retainer, typically between $500 and $2,000 per client, depending on the volume of clips and the level of polish they want. One trap people fall into is thinking they can just charge per video, but coaches prefer predictable monthly costs so they can budget easily. The upside here is that once you land a few clients, you have recurring income that doesn't require you to hunt for new work every week. If you can deliver consistent, high-quality clips that get views, you become an essential part of their marketing team. Let me show you why this particular business is booming right now. The reason this business is especially attractive right now comes down to a huge shift in how coaches market themselves online. Coaches are realizing that long-form content alone doesn't cut it anymore because most people scroll past anything over 60 seconds. Short-form video is where the attention is, and coaches need a steady stream of clips to stay visible without spending all day editing. Platforms like Instagram and TikTok are actively pushing short video content, so coaches who post consistently see real growth in followers and clients. A common mistake editors make is assuming they need to work with huge celebrity coaches, but the real opportunity is with smaller, growing coaches who desperately need help. The benefit of jumping in now is that the market is still hungry for reliable editors, and the barrier to entry is lower than a lot of other creative businesses. You can start with just 1 or 2 clients and build a reputation before scaling up. Next, let's talk about who this business is truly a good fit for. This business is a great fit for someone who already enjoys video editing or is willing to learn the basics without needing years of experience. You don't have to be a Hollywood-level editor because coaches care more about speed and consistency than fancy effects. If you're comfortable with tools like CapCut, Premiere Pro, or DaVinci Resolve, you're already in a good spot to start. A practical detail is that you also need to be patient and good at communicating, because coaches will give you feedback and you have to handle revisions professionally. One pitfall here is thinking you need to be a social media expert yourself, but your job is editing, not strategy, so you can focus on the technical side. The upside is that this work can be done entirely from home with a decent laptop and an internet connection. If you like working independently and delivering finished pieces that make a real difference in someone's business, this could be a solid path for you. Now let's break down what you actually need to get started in terms of costs and tools. If this business idea is clicking with you, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. What part of starting a short-form video editing business feels the most exciting to you? Or maybe the hardest part is figuring out how to find your first coach client? Drop a comment and let me know where you are in the process. Your question might even inspire the next video I make. While you are here, go ahead and hit that like button if this was helpful. And if you have not subscribed yet, now is a great time to join the channel. Stick around because there is more practical content coming your way. Let's get into the startup costs, because one of the best things about this business is how little you need to invest up front. You can start with a laptop that's maybe 3 or 4 years old, as long as it can run basic editing software without crashing constantly. The main tool you'll need is a video editing program, and CapCut is completely free while still being powerful enough to create professional-looking clips. You'll also want a reliable internet connection to upload and download large video files, but that's something you probably already have. A realistic truth is that you might be tempted to buy expensive transitions or preset packs, but coaches care about clear, simple edits that highlight their message, not flashy effects. The benefit of keeping costs low is that you can test the business without risking much money and reinvest profits later as you grow. Your biggest expense will honestly be your time learning the craft and building a portfolio of sample clips. Now I want to show you what the day-to-day work actually looks like so you know exactly what you're signing up for. When you run a short-form video editing business for coaches, your typical day involves downloading raw footage, reviewing it, and finding the best moments to turn into clips. You'll spend a few hours cutting down longer videos into segments that are usually between 15 and 60 seconds long. A practical part of the job is adding captions, which are almost required now because most people watch without sound, so you learn to do that quickly. You'll also send drafts to your clients for feedback, make revisions based on their notes, and then export the final versions for them to post. A mistake many new editors make is trying to edit every single clip perfectly, but clients often prefer speed over perfection, so you learn to balance quality with efficiency. The upside is that once you have a system down, you can handle multiple clients in a single day without feeling overwhelmed. Over time, you develop templates and shortcuts that make each edit faster than the last. Let me walk you through the first practical steps you need to take to get this business off the ground. The very first step is to create a portfolio of 3 to 5 sample clips using free footage or your own content if you have any. You don't need a client yet because you can edit random talking head videos from YouTube or record yourself practicing to show your skills. Next, you should set up a simple one-page website or a portfolio on a platform like Notion or Canva that shows your samples and explains your services. A practical detail is to clearly state that you work with coaches and list what you include, like captions, B-roll, and a set number of clips per week. One mistake to avoid is pricing yourself too low to get clients, because coaches who pay $10 for editing often don't value the work and give endless revisions. The upside of starting with a solid portfolio is that you can confidently reach out to coaches in your network or on social media and show them exactly what you can do. Your first few clients might come from direct messages or referrals, so start telling people what you offer. In the next part of this video, I'll show you how to find your first paying client without wasting time or money. Finding your first customers is the part that feels the hardest, but it is actually simpler than most people think. You do not need a big following or a fancy website to get started, because coaches are already looking for editors. The easiest way is to go where coaches hang out online, like LinkedIn, Instagram, or Facebook groups for entrepreneurs. Start by commenting on their posts and sending a short, friendly message offering to edit one video for free to show what you can do. A common mistake is trying to pitch too hard right away, which turns people off before they even see your work. When you offer a free sample, you remove all the risk for them and prove your value instantly. Just pick 3 coaches you admire, reach out with a genuine compliment, and offer to edit one short clip for them. Once you land that first client, you will start to see how the whole process flows into the next step of pricing your work. Pricing is where most beginners either scare clients away or leave money on the table. So let us get this right. You need to charge enough to make this worth your time, but not so much that no one will hire you. A good starting point is to charge per video rather than per hour, because editing speed varies and clients prefer predictable costs. For a simple short-form video with captions and basic cuts, you can start around $30 to $50 per video. The biggest mistake is charging too little just to get clients, which leads to burnout and resentment when the work piles up. As you get faster and better, you can raise your prices to $75 or even $100 per video without losing clients. Always set a minimum price for yourself, like $25 per video, so you never work for peanuts. Once you have a clear pricing structure, you can start thinking about how much money this business can actually bring in. If you are serious about turning this short-form video editing idea into a real income stream, I have more for you. Over at www.wealthylifetribe.com, you will find practical guidance and useful resources. We break down the exact steps for starting businesses like this one step by step. You will also find tools and automation tips that can save you time and help you grow faster. Whether you are just researching or ready to take action, the site is built to support you. It is a place to learn without the hype and get real actionable advice. Head over there when you are ready to go deeper into this opportunity. And do not forget to subscribe here on YouTube so you do not miss the next practical video. Let us talk about the money, because that is probably why you are here in the first place. Realistically, if you edit 5 videos a week at $50 each, that is $250 per week or about $1,000 a month. If you scale up to 10 videos a week at $75 each, you are looking at $3,000 a month pretty quickly. Many editors in this space eventually work with multiple coaches and earn between $3,000 and $6,000 per month working part-time hours. The truth is, you will not make that much overnight, and it takes a few months to build a steady client base. But the upside is that coaches often need multiple videos per week, so one client can become a reliable source of income. Focus on getting your first few clients and delivering great work, and the revenue will grow naturally from there. Of course, along the way you will hit some bumps, so let us talk about the common mistakes that trip people up. Almost everyone makes the same few mistakes when they start this business, and knowing them ahead of time saves you a lot of frustration. The first mistake is taking on too many clients at once and burning out before you even get going. Start with just 1 or 2 clients so you can learn the workflow without feeling overwhelmed. Another big mistake is not setting clear boundaries around revisions, which leads to endless back and forth and unpaid work. Always agree on how many revisions are included in your price, like 2 rounds of changes, before you start editing. A third mistake is using bad audio or video quality from the coach, and then trying to fix it in editing instead of asking for better source material. The simple fix is to send them a quick guide on recording good audio with their phone, which saves you hours of cleanup. Avoiding these mistakes will keep your business running smoothly, and that is what helps you stand out from the crowd. There are a lot of video editors out there, so you need a way to be the one coaches actually want to hire. The best way to stand out is to specialize in one type of coach, like fitness coaches or business coaches, instead of trying to serve everyone. When you specialize, you learn the specific style and language of that niche, and your edits look more professional and relevant. Another way to stand out is to add value beyond just cutting clips, like suggesting better hooks or captions that grab attention. Most editors just do what they are told, but coaches love it when you bring ideas that improve their content. You can also stand out by being super reliable and responding to messages quickly, which is rare and highly appreciated. A simple trick is to create a short portfolio of 3 before and after edits that show how you transform raw footage into polished videos. When you combine specialization with extra value and reliability, you build a reputation that keeps clients coming back. Once you have a few happy clients, the goal is to turn them into a steady stream of work without constantly hunting for new people. The easiest way to get repeat business is to deliver every video on time and ask if they want to set up a weekly schedule. Most coaches would rather stick with one editor than train someone new, so consistency is your best friend here. For referrals, simply ask your clients at the end of a project if they know any other coaches who need editing help. You can even offer a small discount on their next month of editing for every referral that turns into a client. Another way to build momentum is to share your best edits on your own social media, tagging the coach with their permission. This shows potential clients what you can do and gives your current client free exposure, which they appreciate. With repeat clients and referrals coming in, your business will start to feel stable, and that is when you can think about scaling up even further. EGZZs, Scene 13, How to Market the Business Consistently. Marketing your editing business doesn't have to be complicated or take up all your time. The key is to stay visible to coaches who might need your help even when you're busy with client work. Think of marketing as a simple habit like posting one short sample edit on social media every day or two. You can also reach out directly to coaches you see posting content that could be improved and offer a quick before and after example. One common mistake is trying to market everywhere at once, which just burns you out without building real traction. Instead, pick 1 or 2 platforms where coaches hang out, like Instagram or LinkedIn, and focus your energy there. A practical step is to set a timer for 15 minutes each morning to engage with potential clients and share your work. That consistent effort will slowly build a stream of inquiries without feeling like a second job. C14, How to Grow from Small Jobs to Bigger Revenue. Once you've landed a few clients, the next step is turning those small projects into bigger, steadier income. The easiest way to grow is to ask your current clients if they need more than just one-off edits, like a weekly content package. You can also increase your rates gradually as you gain experience and show results, maybe by 10 or 20% every few months. Another move is to offer add-on services like thumbnail design or caption writing, which boosts what you earn per client. A realistic truth is that most coaches will happily pay more once they see your work brings them views and engagement. The benefit of growing with existing clients is you don't have to start from scratch finding new people all the time. A simple takeaway, send a polite message to your top client offering a monthly retainer package at a slight discount. That one conversation can double your monthly revenue without adding much extra work. Scene 15, Realistic Challenges and What to Expect. No business is perfect, and short-form video editing comes with its own set of honest hurdles. You'll likely deal with clients who change their minds last minute or send messy, poorly recorded footage. Some weeks will feel slow, especially when you're first starting, and that can test your patience. You also have to manage your time carefully because editing can take longer than expected, especially with tricky cuts or music syncing. A common pitfall is taking on too many clients at once and burning out, which hurts your quality and reputation. But the upside is that most of these challenges become easier as you set clearer boundaries and build better workflows. A practical step is to create a simple contract that outlines revision limits and turnaround times from the start. That upfront clarity saves you from most headaches and keeps the relationship professional. Scene 16. Who should avoid this business or think twice? Not everyone is cut out for this kind of work, and that's okay. Better to know now than waste months forcing it. If you dislike repetitive tasks like cutting clips, syncing audio, and adjusting pacing, you'll probably find editing exhausting. This business also requires some patience with feedback, because coaches often want multiple revisions before they're happy. If you hate talking to clients or negotiating prices, the constant communication might drain you quickly. A realistic truth is that inconsistent income early on can stress people who need steady money right away. But if you enjoy creative work and don't mind some uncertainty for a few months, the reward is real. A simple test, edit one free video for a coach and see if you actually enjoy the process from start to finish. If it feels like a chore, this might not be the right fit, and that's totally fine. Scene 17, a simple 30-day action plan to get started. If you're ready to stop thinking and start doing, here's a straightforward plan for your first month. Week 1, pick your editing tool, watch a few tutorials, and edit 2 sample videos using free stock footage. Week 2, set up a simple portfolio page or social media profile showing those samples, right where coaches can see them. Week 3, send direct messages to 10 coaches offering a free short edit in exchange for honest feedback or a testimonial. A mistake to avoid is over-polishing your samples. Coaches want to see quick, punchy edits, not cinematic masterpieces. The benefit of this plan is you'll have real client experience and feedback by week 4, which builds confidence. In that final week, follow up with the coaches who liked your work and ask if they'd like to hire you for paid projects. This 30-day sprint gives you momentum and a clear path forward without overthinking everything. Scene 18, Final Encouragement and Why This Business Can Be Worth It. Starting a short-form video editing business for coaches isn't just about making money, it's about building a skill that's in high demand right now. Coaches genuinely need your help to grow their audience, and you get to be the person who makes that happen. The early days might feel slow, but every video you finish teaches you something that makes the next one better. This business can fit around your schedule, scale as you improve, and eventually replace a full-time income if you stick with it. A realistic truth is that most people quit before they land their third client, so persistence alone can set you apart. You don't need a fancy setup or years of experience, just a willingness to help one coach at a time. If you start today, even with a single imperfect edit, you're already ahead of everyone still waiting for the perfect moment. This is a real opportunity, and the only thing missing is your decision to begin. So now you have a clear picture of how this short-form video editing business for coaches actually works. You know the tools, the pricing, and the kind of clients you can start reaching out to today. The next step is simply to pick one coach you admire and offer to edit one sample video for free. That one action can open the door to your first paid client and real momentum. If this video helped you see a real path forward, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. For more practical guidance, useful resources, and ongoing motivation, visit www.wealthylifetribe.com. Our community is full of people taking real steps toward better income and more freedom, and you belong here too. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.